I'm so excited. Also, I'm so nervous. Good morning. Welcome to a cozy week on the vlog. If you've been watching my slow season diaries, it has just been such a nice transition from my busy season to my slow season. And a lot of people always ask, like, do you sell products in the off season? And, what do you do with your slow season? And for me, I really love to utilize it to set myself up for a successful and stress-free busy season, which starts for me in September and runs through April. So May is really that time for me where I can put all of these plans and dreams in motion. I can organize all of the projects and tasks that I want to do for the summer. If you're new here, I have a full-time handmade sustainable knitwear business and outdoor lifestyle brand, and I also love sharing my outdoor adventures and travels and connecting with other creative small business owners. But because my business is very winter focused as far as my products go, I don't actually create a lot of things to sell in the summer. I use my summers to stock up on inventory, to set up systems, and to make plans for other things. I do also sell my knitting patterns and some merch items, and that I'll sell in the summer. Last week I spent most of the week working on my CEO Day worksheets, and they're basically a guide for helping kind of evaluate my last season in business and then my plans, intentions, and dreams for this next season. This week I'm basically going in and taking all of those ideas and plans and intentions and putting them into an organized system in my Notion dashboard. I also really need to reorganize my Notion, but let's get going on setting ourselves up for the week. So this is my Notion dashboard. I use this for everything for my business and all of the planning, and I just put all these cozy photos because it just makes it feel like a really nice space to be in and ready for the workday. Kind of have all of these different categories. I always have my weekly check-ins, and this is what I do on Mondays, and it's just a really good way to touch base with how you're feeling. Sometimes I feel like with journaling and things like this, it's putting your thoughts onto paper and it really helps process them a lot of the time. I also have my word of the year here, and I feel like that is something that I really have trouble doing as a multi-passionate entrepreneur, but that is my reminder. And then moving down here, this is where I'll be putting all of my big picture tasks that I want to work on this summer. That's what I'll be doing this week, is to organize all of that and to categorize everything. I have my content calendar here, and then my to-do list. So that's just a quick peek at my Notion dashboard. I don't know if you use Notion. If you do, I'd love to know the systems that you use for it. Last week, I decided that my word of the month for May is organize, and basically I'm going to give myself the entire month to organize all of these ideas, to set all of my systems in place, and to implement all of them into Notion and to reorganize the Notion dashboard. It just takes time to really put all this together. Like, it really will take more than a week because obviously within the week I also have other things that I'll be doing. So I'll definitely show you when it's all done, but for now I'm just gonna be on the computer. Hi. Just got off that meeting. I'm so excited. Also, I'm so nervous about this trip. I will be honest, I just feel like so excited about all of the things that we're gonna do while in Iceland. I'm coming up with all of these like workshop materials, and I'm putting together like a workbook and journal for everyone that comes, and like little welcome bags and things like that. But then there's like this huge part of me that's like, oh my god, what if no one signs up and comes? So this is my vlog, so behind the scenes of how I'm actually feeling. I'm just gonna be totally transparent. That is how I feel, but my rep for organizing the trip has been so nice, and it launches this week. So I do need to take time to make more like marketing materials for it. I guess it's been feeling like since this is my slow week of planning that I can't really take as much time away from that, but at the same time I'm like there's all these other things going on in the background that I need to be working on. Earlier I was actually able to get my thumbnail done for the video that launches tomorrow, but yeah, I haven't done much planning today as you have seen, but there are so many things in the works right now that I kind of needed to do those things.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Well, it's back to snowing and hailing and wind again, but I had a really nice morning start. I went to body pump this morning and then took Aria out. But update on my Notion project. I got a lot of stuff put in. I have all of my projects listed and all of the subtasks listed as well, and it just makes it seem like I have a ton to do. But at the same time, when I set goals for things like that, I like having a lot of the projects broken down into a ton of smaller tasks, because then you can like check off the tasks one by one and it makes you feel like you're actually making progress, and for me that's really motivating. In Notion there is a way to do it where when you have a project and you have all of your tasks, as you check the tasks off, it'll actually have a progress bar and show how much you've completed for the project. So that really helps me and motivates me. But yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away at this, and hopefully by the end of this week I'll be able to give you a full tour of the Notion and show you what it's all about. Good morning. It is a new moon. It is launch day for the trip, and I am like nervous and excited at the same time. I'm trying not to think too much about it, but I have everything set up. Like the page will go live, the email will go out, and I'm not expecting a ton of people to sign up on day one. I know it's kind of a higher ticket item and people need time to think about it. I'm trying to set my expectations for myself, and I know that a lot of the work for something big like this launching, which I've never done before, it's a lot of work after the fact too, to continue getting people excited and to see if more people will join. So yeah, I still have to make some stuff for Instagram on it, but I want to make sure email subscribers get things first. I think I'm actually going to take myself to a coffee shop this morning. I'm going to meet up with my friend Kate. I did some journaling this morning and it was so helpful actually. The prompts are always so nice. I don't know if you journal, but it helps me so much in my business. It's almost like I actually posted this on my stories yesterday about the vlog, how talking about stuff and sharing these things with you and just almost like it helps me process it in my brain, because I feel like things are just going a mile a minute and there's just so much going on, but by talking to you and by writing things down, it really is helpful and I find so much clarity in it, and there's just so much self-reflection that goes on. In the journal prompt today, it was talking about things that I've been meaning to let go of, and actually that's one of the cards I pulled as as well. And it just felt so appropriate. But there are some things in my life and business that I've been meaning to let go of, but it's been really hard to because of what it means to me in my identity. I will explore more of that, but let's go to the coffee shop. Good morning from my friend's house in Denver. I'm actually here waiting to catch a flight. Rob and I are gonna go visit my family for a few days back in California, but I just wanted to update you because the trip went live yesterday and there's been so much exciting buzz about it. I've been getting asked a lot of questions in DMs and a lot of people that are wanting to come, but I haven't gotten any signups yet, but it's early, of course. And I went down the rabbit hole yesterday looking at other creators that host trips like this and seeing how they do their trips. And I think this one is just going to be so special because not only is it a trip and geared towards like adventurous, outdoorsy people, but it's also for makers and creatives and small business owners, and we'll be actually doing workshops and things like that. And I know if you've been following me here for a while, I am constantly working on building a better, more aligned, and more purposeful business. And I think it's just something we are constantly working to improve and be better with. And these workshops are going to be exactly that. And I think it's just going to be so special to actually connect with other small business owners, makers, and creative people who want that for themselves and their life. So I really hope if you have been considering coming that you join. It's going to be an amazing time. And of course, Iceland is just going to be a magical backdrop for all of this. But yeah, so updates on my planning project. I've been plugging along, building my Notion dashboard and organizing all of my plans and goals for this year. I actually have been getting a ton of work done on the computer, so I feel really good about it, but I'm gonna be gone for a few days, and then when I get back, I am going to share all of those plans with you and show you how I organize the Notion. I don't know if you use Notion, but it's a super powerful tool that I use to organize and plan and do my to-do lists and just keep myself on track for everything I want to do in life and business. So
I never felt so free before. All that I could do is laugh. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back.
waffling between the space of being inspired and excited and having all of these big ideas to then becoming overwhelmed and like I'm melting into the floor because I have too many ideas and want to accomplish them all but don't know where to start. And I think that's just the way it is when you're a creative person, or at least it is for me. But the last couple of days I have gotten a lot of new clarity because I was feeling all over the place, and so I decided that I needed to sit down and go through all of the tasks that I had put in my Notion and then actually prune all of the things that did not feel aligned with this year. And I think that was part of the overwhelm. Was I had so many projects and goals that I set for myself that I was like, there's no way for me to get all of this done, and then I just felt overwhelmed and, like I couldn't move. So the first step was going through all of that stuff and actually finding the things that felt most aligned with my year and the goals I have for this year. And I think in a past vlog I mentioned that my word of the year was focus, and maybe that's like more of a theme because upon just reflecting again, I think what is really lighting me up is community. And so when I choose a word of the year, it's almost like everything I'm doing or every action I'm taking in the business really ties back to that word. And so when I was going back through, I was like, no, community has consistently lit me up this year. And, whether it's forming this group trip and planning this group trip and making that happen, or creating an actual community where we can all gather and chat, or where I can provide resources, or eventually do some video like co-working sessions. Those things were getting me super excited and things I want to put energy towards. So, in going through my content and in going through the products I'm making and things like that, it's kind of reevaluating, like, do these align with building community this year and finding more community in my life and business. So yes, I sat down and went through all of my content pillars and created a map, I guess, of all of these different things. I actually really like writing things down on a blank page. I buy these blank like sketchbooks, and it's really helpful because you can just write and draw, or do arrows and all that kind of stuff. But then I'm gonna put this all into my Notion in an organized way. I'm feeling really good about this. I actually took a Skillshare class last night that kind of helped give me clarity on more of how I want to create this map. So I'm going to get all of this put into my Notion.